Hey guys, it's Michael. Today I have a quick update for you on the second round of stimulus checks, specifically the monthly stimulus checks. The Congressional Budget Office just released a report that signals why we should have a monthly stimulus payment and what the effects are for the economy. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what this report says and let you know exactly what is going on. But before we get into it, I want to announce that we're doing a giveaway in today's video. All you need to do to be eligible is like the video down below, comment down below your top 3 favorite companies. They could be publicly traded companies, local companies, just 3 companies that you like, and be subscribed to my channel. In addition to this, if you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400, all you need to do is download the Webull investing app using my link down below. I'll be announcing the winner in one of my videos tomorrow, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Anyways, let's get into some of the background information. So the Congressional Budget Office analyzed the $600 per week increase to unemployment benefits because they are a major discussion topic right now in negotiations over the next virus relief package. In addition to the $600 per week in unemployment benefits, they're also talking about just straight up monthly recurring stimulus checks. So we'll get into all of that. So in March, in an effort to provide assistance to millions of workers, Congress passed the CARES Act, which implemented the $600 per week in enhanced unemployment benefits. And this is a stimulus payment on top of the regular state unemployment benefits. The House Democrats recently passed a bill called the HEROES Act, where they would have extended the $600 per week increase through January. But Republicans have expressed a lot of concerns about implementing $600 per week and continuing this even longer, because right now they say it's incentivizing people to stay at home and not incentivizing them to go back to work, because a lot of people are making more money with unemployment benefits than they are by simply working. However, as of yesterday, new reports came out how now the Senate is starting to consider extending these unemployment benefits even longer. I went over that in a video I made yesterday, and I'll link that down below if you want to see it in more detail. So that's the background of what exactly is going on. Originally, the senators didn't want to extend these unemployment benefits, but now that they see that unemployment rates are so high and they're continuing to get worse, now they're saying we need to include some sort of stimulus support for people who are unemployed, because we can't just take that $600 away. They're saying we might not be able to continue $600 per week, but they are thinking about implementing something similar to that between $300 and $450 per week. Now let's get into the new updates from the Congressional Budget Office and what they said in their report that they released late on yesterday. So the Congressional Budget Office said on Thursday that if the $600 per week increase to unemployment benefits were extended for 6 months in the second stimulus package, about 5 out of every 6 recipients would get more than they could expect to receive from working during that time period. So they're basically saying that that would not incentivize people to go back to work, because people would be making more by just collecting unemployment benefits. Moving on, according to the CBO Director Phillip Swagel, he said that for many people, the potential earnings they would receive if they re-entered the workforce would be less than what they made before they became unemployed. That's simply because there are so many people unemployed right now, and if you return to work, they don't have to pay you as much because there's a lot more competition for those jobs. So many more people are looking for jobs and want jobs right now, and there's not as many job openings. So that's going to drive the wages down, even if you have the same job as you had before. He said that potential earnings in 2020 and 2021 for people who have permanently lost their jobs are lower on average than their prior earnings, primarily because when you lose a job, they say that only some of your knowledge translates over to your new job. They said basically that if you have to find a new job, you're going to have to relearn and learn new skills for your new job that did not apply to your old job. So basically they're saying that some of your knowledge is gone, and that makes it that you're not as valuable to the company because they need to teach you all of these new skills. In addition to this, in the report, he goes on to say how people who are expecting to be recalled from a temporary layoff or being furloughed have lower potential earnings than their prior earnings on average, mainly because some of them will not end up returning to their jobs because those jobs simply won't be available anymore. A lot of employers who furloughed their employees or temporarily laid them off they want to rehire employees and they want to give them back their jobs, but they simply won't be able to rehire everyone that they had to lay off just because they're not generating enough revenue and they can't afford to hire as many people if their business isn't doing as well. All of this data that he has explained shows how we need to see weekly unemployment benefits continue and these enhanced unemployment benefits continue. If not these weekly enhanced unemployment benefits, well then we need to see some sort of monthly stimulus payment. Now he goes on to go over 3 insights from all of this data that they've been talking about in this report and what it means for monthly stimulus payments as well as weekly unemployment benefits. So from the CBO's analysis of what is currently going on right now, they estimated that if the enhanced benefits were extended for 6 months through January 31st, recipients would on average spend an amount on goods and services that would be closer to their pre-employment levels than it would be if the benefits were not extended. This is good for the economy and this is what Congress has wanted. They want people to spend money and do more to help stimulate the economy. So based on the CBO's report, in order for this to happen, they need to pass a weekly stimulus check or monthly stimulus payment. It needs to happen according to the CBO. The second insight that they went over is that the CBO also estimated that if the enhanced unemployment benefits were extended, the U.S. economic outlook would likely be greater in the second half of the year than it would be if they didn't extend these enhanced unemployment benefits. But then they go on to say that in 2021, in the calendar year, output would also be lower than expected if there wasn't an extension. So ultimately, what they're saying is that without extending these enhanced unemployment benefits or implementing a monthly stimulus payment, then the outlook for the economy is going to be much worse than if they simply implemented this into the economy and they passed some sort of recurring stimulus payment. And then the third insight that they went over in this report is that employment rates would probably be lower in both the second half of 2020 and all throughout 2021 if they did not implement an extended unemployment benefits or a recurring stimulus payment than if they did. So all 3 of these insights point towards a second stimulus check, specifically a recurring stimulus payment. And this is great news for us because according to the CBO's analysis and in their report, they're saying if we don't pass a second stimulus payment, a recurring payment, well then people are not going to be spending as much money. The economic outlook isn't going to be as good for the second half of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. And they also say unemployment rates will continue to be extremely high unless we pass this recurring payment. So this is great news for us receiving a second stimulus payment because the Congressional Budget Office is the one that projects the outlook for the economy. They're the ones that when Congress proposes a stimulus package, they're the ones who explain the impact of that package. A lot of senators, when they come up with a proposal, they go to the Congressional Budget Office and say, how is this going to affect our economy? What is going to happen if we pass this package? So a lot of people look towards the Congressional Budget Office for making these decisions. So this is great news that they're saying, hey, look, if we don't pass a second stimulus package that has some sort of recurring payments in it, well then the outlook for the economy simply will not be good for the next couple of years. And then lastly, let's get into important information and a response by a number of senators. Senators saw this report and they responded to it. So in response to this analysis by the Congressional Budget Office, Senate Finance Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, he said that as we begin to safely reopen our economy, it should be the goal of Congress to get Americans back to work while helping those who can't in a more targeted and efficient way. He goes on to say a strong economy and a healthy population are not competing goals and they go hand in hand. So this is great news for us moving forward because we have heard senators talk about doing some sort of back to work bonus. Rob Portman proposed a $450 per week back to work bonus for those people who had lost their jobs during the pandemic but decided to return back to work. He said they should get $450 per week. And on top of this, now they're also talking about extending the enhanced unemployment benefits. I went over that in a video yesterday. So according to Senator Chuck Grassley, he said that we can do both of these things. We can incentivize people to go back to work by offering a back to work bonus, but if people cannot find work and they're not able to find a job because there aren't any jobs out there, well then we will still continue these enhanced unemployment benefits. They may just be less than they are now. So this is a goal that would accomplish everything that the House and the Senate are trying to do. they're trying to incentivize people to go to work while also supporting those who can't return to work. So I wanted to go over this because all of this is good news for a second stimulus package. A lot of you may be thinking that these are just unemployment benefits they're talking about. While in this report they are specifically addressing the $600 per week enhanced unemployment benefits, this also applies to weekly or monthly stimulus payments. Because in this report they explain how without a weekly or monthly recurring payment, Americans simply wouldn't be able to support themselves and pay for essential items that they need to live. So this is all great news for a second stimulus package. We saw in yesterday's video how the Senate has changed their mind and how they are now considering these recurring unemployment benefits and how they are considering extending these benefits. So this is all good news for us moving forward. I'll keep you updated on what happens with extended unemployment benefits, with a recurring stimulus package, and any more new stimulus information. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you sign up for the Webull investing app. Get $5 when you sign up for the Acorns investing app. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.